welcome back to my channel. Just feels like I've not done a painting for quite some time, although it's been probably just over a week. Hope everyone's doing okay. Just wanted to do this quick painting. It's going to be more of a painterly painting, if that makes sense. So it's going to be quite loose, and I want to show you how easy it is to add or include buildings in your watercolor landscape. So it is quite easy, and I'll show you how I do this, and it's quite effective. So I'm just going in with a bit of sky first, and I'm using my these are my Winsor & Newton paints. So just starting off with a little bit of Payne's grey. I did wet the water. It's been a while. I did wet the paper first with a damp brush, and I used the Hake brush for that, and then a little bit of Payne's grey, and then just adding a little bit of blue, and then underneath I'm using just a little bit of yellow ochre just to give a little bit of warmth in the sky. And I'm going in with a damp brush as well once I've added the pigment, and this is wet and wet, but I'm just softening some of the edges of the sky area. So I've got these nice clouds developing, and this is £140 rough paper, which is the Fabriano Artistico, which is a really nice cotton paper which I do like to use. And it's quite inexpensive as well when you compare it to the Arches, and it's probably just as good in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just getting rid of that white of the paper, and I don't want too much going on in the sky. I want it quite nice and quite simple. So I'm not spending a lot of time, and then just using a little mix of sap green and yellow ochre for the hills. And I'm just gonna go in and use that, and I'll mix up the colours as well, just add in different colours as I come down. You can see I just touched into a little bit of cad red, so just to break up the hills and just add a little bit of interest as well. And if you're liking this video so far, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And this is where I'm going to paint or pop in the buildings. So you've got the green wash for the hills, and then just leave a few little rectangle sort of shapes unpainted. So we'll go in a bit later on and add colour to those as well. You can also leave some of those white, so it does indicate roof, maybe light shining off the roofs. And then just yeah, it just makes a simple almost like a village in the countryside, and yeah, keeping it quite simple. So I'm just going in with various different mixes of yellow ochre and sap green, strengthening it up a little bit with a little bit of French ultramarine where I want the sort of cooler shades, but using plenty of that yellow ochre as well in the foreground. So it is going to be more of a painterly, sort of loose, impressionistic sort of painting. So it's not too detailed. It's just quite loose and soft sort of looking, that sort of painting. It's hard to describe what I'm trying to explain, but yeah, I just wanted one of those painterly sort of, almost like what you'd sort of see in an oil painting, but in watercolors. So yeah, just taking you along and trying to explain each step as I go. Not really using too many colours either. It's probably about 6 colours. So it's sap green, yellow ochre, Payne's grey, bit of French ultramarine, and a touch of some sort of brown. I think maybe it's a Van Dyke brown, but any brown will do, any of the colours will do. Just mixing some of them to get the different tones, but that's pretty much it, keeping it nice and simple. Now this is the fun part, just getting a choice of different colours, just filling in those roof shapes, and just you can do any colour you want. Like I said, I don't want anything too definite on this painting. I want it more impressionistic and loose and painterly. So what I'm doing here is just adding different tones, imagining trees in the distance, and it doesn't really matter what you paint in this stage because this is quite far in the distance, but just to give the overall impression of a little village or just a bit of housing in the distance, and that's what I'm going for. So keeping it quite simple. So I just feel like this painting needs a couple of details, a couple of things in the foreground, and I just decided to put a couple of trees just to lead your eye into the scene. So again, I'm not using too much detail, or I'm not labouring over this at all. So I'm just simply adding a few bits of foliage to the trees using sap green and yellow ochre, and then it's just a case of using the liner brush just to get some branches and trunks in these trees. But that's pretty much it. I'm just adding a little bit of darker tones as well to these bits of foliage, but that's pretty much it. There's not much more I want to be doing to this one. It really does feel like I've not painted for quite some time, and I did have a little bit of a struggle wondering what to paint, so hopefully I get back into the swing of things. I do have some more pictures that I'd like to paint of Lincoln in particular. If you saw my last video, we've just actually come back from holiday, a family holiday. So I did do a vlog of that break that we had, of some of the areas that we visited. So that was really nice, and it was just nice to be away with family. And yeah, so hopefully get back to normal at some point, get back into the swing of painting, and also doing lives as well. I've missed doing those. But yeah, still the schools are still broken up for summer, so they will be going back in a couple of weeks or so. So then I'll be able to get back in and carry on where I left off before the break. But that's it for this one. Just wanted to do one of those painterly sort of paintings, nice and impressionistic and loose. So hope you like this one, hope you find it useful. Please do let me know in the comments what you think, and if there is anything you'd like to see me paint, just drop me a comment. I look forward to hearing from you there. That's it, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.